Why is seaweed fried seaweed, and also sold more expensive? Pete didn't understand either. He spent all his savings, bought back 10 boxes of seaweed, but no matter how to fry it, it was bitter and astringent in his mouth. I thought I could make money by frying seaweed, but after hundreds of trials, still did not make the desired taste. We ran out of seaweed. Pete sold his beloved computer and game console. He got his last 5 boxes back. He continued to fry the seaweed on fire. The splatter of oil burned his arm with a circle of scars. Even after years, they never faded away. But even so, I ran out of seaweed again. There was still nothing to eat. He turned his head in disappointment and found that there was still a piece on the ground. Yesterday, when I came home in the rain, this packet of seaweed accidentally fell on the ground. It was completely soaked by the rain, and soaked overnight. He picked it up, and fried it in the pot. He found that the seaweed was not dry and not oily. It was just the way he wanted it to be. This is the taste. Pete, finally, I get it. The seaweed itself is very salty. It must be soaked in water before frying. With the exclusive recipe, business is really booming. Every customer tasted it, and it was a great success. But it's too slow to make money only by retail. The family house was locked up, prepared as a debt. The court took it to auction. What should I do? At night, Pete went to the convenience store to buy something. Found just one intersection. There are 3 convenience stores. In his eyes, this is an opportunity. So as soon as it was light, he immediately put on his father's old suit. He approached the manager of the convenience store group alone. He asked all the stores to help him sell seaweed. The manager refused, because Pete's seaweed, regardless of the size of the package and price, did not meet the core concept of convenience. The meeting ended without even giving the opportunity to try it. Pete was happy, because he didn't spend a penny. He found the problem of the product. He immediately approached a design company, asked the boss to change the design and packaging. The next day, he took a box of Little Boss seaweed. He went back to the convenience store headquarters. The receptionist said the manager was in a meeting. So Pete sat down and he waited for a whole day, until Pete found out that the manager was not in the meeting. Instead, he was hiding from him. Pete was so angry, in the elevator directly to the security guard seaweed, determined to never start a business again. But the opportunity is always in a flash. When an employee came to work, he took some packets of seaweed with him, opened them and tasted them. He did not expect it to be so delicious. Every time you eat it, you have to instinctively lick your fingers clean. The joy of one person, soon shared with more colleagues. Pete was called back to the company. The manager said, "The taste of your seaweed is too delicious. 1 month later, we will have your product on the shelves of 72,000 supermarkets nationwide. But in the meantime, we will go to your factory for health inspection." Pete, I was so scared after hearing that. He doesn't have the money to build a factory with nothing but a bunch of pots and pans.